Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamisha. Obviously, y'all know that, right? It's a channel name. And so you guys, look, we have to talk. We got to talk, guys. Okay. It's been a minute. I wanted to apologize for that as well. Also, just starting off, it has been a minute. It's been a month of Sundays, guys. A whole month of Sundays. It really has. And you know, that's that old expression. It's been a month of Sundays. But it has been a month. It has been a month since the last time I have been like face to face with you guys and uploaded a recipe. And I wanted to come on and explain why it's been a minute. So today is October the 15th, and on October the 1st I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Yeah. Yeah. So not the worst thing in the world, obviously, but it definitely has changed life as I know it, as far as food is concerned. So the reason why I have not filmed any recipes, guys, is because I'm struggling. No, I'll take that back because I want to choose my words carefully. I am in the process of learning what I can and cannot eat. And so I just, the first week was really hard. The first week was hard, guys. Oh my God. It was hard. Because okay, so I would say, for one, let me backtrack before I get ahead of myself. In my family, we have a very, very strong history of diabetes. Like that, you know the saying, oh, it runs in my family. Yeah, it absolutely does. It runs in my family. And my grandmother, y'all hear me talk about her a lot. She was a diabetic, and I remember, seeing her growing up. And what she went through. I have several other family members who had diabetes, or also have diabetes currently. And so I would say yes, it runs in my family, and I guess what's the word, predisposition for it. But also too, like, just because something runs in your family doesn't mean that you don't do the things that you're supposed to be doing to try to take those preventative measures. And what I would say is, like, if I'm being honest with myself, I definitely was not doing that. I was not taking those preventative measures for myself to make sure that I did not become a diabetic. And so I had been told for some years that I was pre-diabetic, and to be careful, be careful, be careful. And I'm hard-headed. Okay. And so I would say, like, even though I feel like I was cleaning up my diet, and I was, like, I was eliminating a lot of things, like I don't do much dairy. I wouldn't say I eliminated dairy completely. I definitely did not eliminate dairy completely. But like, I was cutting down on dairy, trying to eat, like, whole foods and organic, and trying to eat a little bit more healthy, incorporate, like, a lot of different healthy things. But let me tell you something. I had an issue with cookies, okay? Like, listen, I'll do some things from some crumble cookies. If y'all have crumble cookies in your city, you know what I'm talking about. Like, crumble cookies, that was my weakness. Listen, when I talk about having completely eliminated dairy, Jenny's ice cream of any kind, okay? Yeah. Yeah. I was so hard-headed with those things, and I would always be like, oh, I'm just going to, just this week, or just a little bit, and then, I end up going overboard. But also too, it's not even necessarily like sweets, like being careful with things like, it's not always sugar. Like, we always just associate diabetes with, like, oh, you eat too much sugar, or baked goods or anything like that. But, being careful with, like, certain carbs, like having carb overloads. I'm learning a lot of things that I'm so used to eating spike my blood sugar. And I would always wonder, like, why I would feel so bad with certain things. But learning that, okay, I can't eat that. Like, for the past 2 weeks, one of the hardest things for me to give up is oatmeal. I like oatmeal in the morning. Like I am, I think I mentioned it a couple of times, like I'm a warm bowl of oatmeal girl in the morning. Like it's comforting to me. I like that. And I used to eat oatmeal every single morning, put some peanut butter, some bananas in it. And so I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna eat my oatmeal the same way because that's gonna be good, right? Oatmeal is fine, you know? No. So then I would say, okay, well, the next day I'm still gonna eat my oatmeal, but I'm gonna take the bananas out. No, still was spiking. I'm gonna take the peanut butter out. No, oatmeal itself is a problem for me. So I had to like switch up what I'm eating in the morning. And so like just those things, like understanding nutrition as a whole, understanding that I needed to, if I was going to eat certain carbs, I need to make sure I have proteins with it. I need to make sure I have fibers, like understanding all of those different things has been without giving you guys a full like health lesson, because that's not what you're here for, right? But that has been a journey these past 2 weeks in learning, right? And taking the medication. Thank God, I thank God every single day that I am not on insulin. I am actually on a pill form medication for diabetes, and I'm so grateful for that I don't have to take insulin injections every single day. But I do have a medication that for the first week, like today I'm out of the house and I'm about to go into Publix, but for the first week, I would say even to like up until the past couple of days, I couldn't leave the house. It was bad. It took me a minute to get adjusted to that medication. I'm in a parking lot, so I'm like looking this way and that way and also trying to make sure I'm in the camera. So forgive me if I'm not like looking directly, but yeah, it was rough. It was rough adjusting, and I wanted to give up so many times. And I remember my doctor telling me, you know, it's going to take some time to get used to it. Just be patient. And I wanted to give her a call, but like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, I can't do this. But I would say that I'm a lot better in that area with the medication and making sure that I, you know, eat with it and stuff like that. But okay, I'm rambling. I'm rambling. Y'all don't need to know my daily dosage and all of that stuff like that. What you do need to know is the reason why I have not been uploading. I'm just asking you guys just for some patience with the recipes. And I know that because we're going into the holiday season, you know, typically people look for different, like, you know, holiday recipes. And I do have a full playlist of holiday recipes that I've put up over the past 4 years. So I got tons of recipes for you. But now coming this holiday season, I got to figure out how to do my dressing where it won't spike my blood sugar. How do we do like a diabetic, low carb friendly cornbread dressing, chicken dressing with gravy and all that stuff, and cranberry sauce? How are we gonna do Thanksgiving, guys? I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out. But that's been kind of my mission. I've been looking back at a lot of my old recipes and trying to figure out how I can make them low carb and diabetic friendly, because I know I'm not the only person, and I hope that this video reaches someone on my channel who also has diabetes, or you have loved ones that you you know, want to be able to be supportive of and prepare recipes or share recipes with them that they can enjoy, that actually taste good. That's what I'm struggling with, guys. I'm like looking at all these different recipes, and a lot of them are just things I don't like. Like for me, I absolutely 100% do not like artificial sweetener. Like I'd rather have something be bland and have no sweetness at all than to have artificial sweetener in it. So that's kind of where I'm at. The same thing with like just certain other recipes. Like I don't like a lot of the options that are out there. And I know that, you know, food has come a long way with being, you know, accommodating to all different diet lifestyles. but I gotta find what works best for my taste buds. And when I find those things, I will share them with you guys. Believe me, trust me, I will. So this is not going to become like a, you know, a diabetic cooking channel. I'm just going to, like the same way where I was finding ways to cut back on sodium on my channel, I'm going to try to find ways to make it a little bit, you know, lighter on the carbs as well, and for me and for you guys. So that's what's to come. And if you're interested in seeing what I'm eating currently, I definitely don't mind sharing that with you if it's something that you're going to be interested in. I don't want to push something out there if you guys aren't, you know, don't actually want to see it. But if you do want to see it and it might be helpful for you, then I would absolutely love to share that with you. But yeah, that's what's going on in my world. And honestly guys, I'm okay with it. I've made peace with it. That first week, woo, I cried. I remember my mom telling me that, you know, she remembered when my grandmother was diagnosed. My mom was a little girl. My grandmother was diagnosed, and she remembers my grandmother crying because, you know, it's hard news. And I didn't want to tell my mom that this past, you know, 2 weeks ago, I've cried several times. I cried several times over the fact that, like, I knew better, basically. You know, I knew better. And I have enough health issues as it is, and here's another one now I got to add on top of that, you know. But I cried because I knew better, and I also too, I just was like, okay, how am I going to continue to do what I love? How am I going to continue to do what I love, which is share recipes? I feel like you guys are getting every single chin at this angle. Let me do like this. Let me talk like this. How am I going to continue to do what I love? Nah, listen, this is real life, right? How am I going to continue to do what I love, which is share recipes? Like, you guys don't understand. Like, I really do love it. I love cooking, you know. How am I going to continue to do what I love if I can't do it the same way that I've been doing it, right? But we'll get through it together, okay? So, all right, guys, that is it. That is all I wanted to share. Other than that, everything else is going well. Have some exciting news coming very, very soon. Well, I'll share it with you. Well, no, I'll save it. But I am in transition. My family is in transition with a few things right now, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah, so okay, I'm done babbling. I hope that you guys are doing great, and I hope that you guys have an amazing weekend. And as always, thank you so much for being so patient with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.